Matt,
So,
can you just have a little bit? Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. The Evie's having some connectivity issues right now, so she's on, but she said she's having working with microphone stuff.
Okay.
But
All right, I'm
Simon,
back.
hey,
Can everyone hear me?
there you go.
Hi, Evie. Okay. Let me. We started with Matt. We'll come back to you in a moment. Okay.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So Matt McKinney, I'm with the U.S. Coast Guard. I've been in for about 17 years now, and I'm a previous graduate of the BSc program. My teammate is Evie, and yeah, what else? I live in New York. I work on Staten Island. I'm trying to think what else. I like long walks on the beach and read poetry. I mean, I don't know what else about me I can say.
Okay. All right. And what is the project you guys working on?
So we are doing a project to reduce the amount of man hours that are currently being expended inside of the dining facility at the Coast Guard.
Oh, okay. And is that a Coast Guard station there on Rhode Island, or is that New York?
Yeah, it's on Staten Island. So it's the Coast Guard dining facility on Staten Island that serves sector New York proper and some of our outlining units as well. But we also do a lot of feeding to OGAs, other government agencies, Army Reserves, National Parks Police, National Park Service, things of that nature.
Okay. And Nicholas, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And Nicholas, how about you?
Hey, Professor. Doing well. Like Felicia said, I'm her teammate. We've been together for a better part of a year now. I'm active duty Coast Guard as well, stationed in the D.C. area. Boo. Yeah, looking forward to wrapping this deal up and graduating from NECB. That's why we're here. You folks may be wondering why we're here, but we asked to fall back a cohort so that we could actually get a diploma from NECB. They had a requirement that we did at least one class with them, so that's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Are you also working on the Coast Guard project?
No, I'm with Felicia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Anybody else from your cohort here online that I may have missed?
Yeah, it's Evie. You tried calling on me earlier, and I was having issues with the connectivity.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm Evie O'Hara. I'm a project manager working with the Federal Trade Commission. I provide contractor support in project management to them. Also graduated from the bachelor's program at NGS. Matt McKinney and I are working together on the U.S. Coast Guard project in the reduction of man hours for the dining facility. And that's basically it. Same thing. We decided to transfer over to NECB, and we're required to take this this course in order to meet the requirement.
Okay, great. Well, good. I'm glad to have you as well. Thank you. All right. And see, did I skip anybody else? I think that was all we have online. Okay. Let me then, and I would like for those that just knew or just introduce yourself after we complete this main portion, if you would hold on for a minute, I would like to talk to you about a little bit further about your projects and also where you are in regards to the champions. For the rest of the cohort that's online, is that, as I mentioned, these are the things that we've seen before. And probably one of the things that you probably should be looking for as a main deliverable is going back to the course materials and taking a look at this PowerPoint. It outlines the slides and the recommendations that are going to be necessary for your briefing. And when you go through this, this is kind of the sequence. You can, it may be a little bit adjusted. You may put things in sequence of the slides for your final presentation that meet your briefing needs, but sure you associate that with the DMAIC. And as you go through this and take a look at it, it's a building on everything you've done before. And the findings, root cause analysis, believe you should have now added cost analysis. You have the financial class, your recommendations, or you're going to be putting together and formatting your recommendations for any future state type of activities for the changes you are recommending. Implementation strategy, that basically is how are you going to implement these recommendations. I'm going to talk a little bit further about that on Wednesday, just for the standpoint that we're going to cover some of the closure issues that you should have, which are basically providing recommendations to how to improve the project, what will be the metrics and measures that they'll continue to review after you turn the project over. A lot of times the same charts and same materials that you've used before. So take a look at this. And if you have any blanks in your presentation, in other words, you don't have a slide on this, put a placeholder into it. And I would like for you to put together this set of slides and send them to me before the next class, each team. And if you have building on this and the things that you're still working on, just put it under construction, placeholder, kind of see what you have. And I'd like to be able to take a look at that. We'll have a short session on Wednesday. I'll cover the material we have. There's not many slides on it, and go a little bit more in detail about the closure and results and tangible and intangible results. And then what I would like to be able to do, if you feel fairly confident, for those that have a pretty good slide deck, and you also have meetings with your champion that you can queue up, I recommend let's get that done up front. If you get your first briefing, we talk about it. We'll have a mentoring session with each one of the teams for about an hour. And then after that, what we'll do is then you'll have your formal briefing back, which will be the 30-minute brief. That is, each member of your team will brief a portion, and then and particularly, focus in on your key recommendations or your results and feedback from your champion. And then that will be your second and final briefing. It's an oral presentation, basically, of what you've done over the year. And it'll be very similar to the scenario that we've had before, where I just will listen to you till you go, and then you go through that. So the real key for that is practice, okay? That you have the timing down, you have your key points down, and the focus really on this project is to allow you to spend that time to get this all organized and worked out. So very similar to what we did, as I said before, Master Business Process 2. I would like to have this completed by the 21st. If you could send me these slides, each team, go through and just take a look at them, whatever you have, and then send it to me by next Wednesday. I would appreciate that. That's and then as we go through, and we'll have a discussion a little bit further about some of the details. It'll be a short session next Wednesday as well. So I'm going to give you back time because I know the cohort, you already had a class, you got some deliverables still there. But I wanted to touch base with you and see if there's any issues or questions that you may have at this point and or about the way ahead. So anybody have any questions of general nature for me?
Professor, I have a quick question. Since we're transferring from a previous cohort, is this list any different than the list before, or is there anything that anything that we should expect to be different from what we've seen in our previous cohort by any chance?
Yeah, that's why after we kind of complete the session here with your fellow members from 317, I would like to talk to you guys, and just so that you know what my approach and idiosyncrasies are, and be sure that you're calibrated, because the other folks here you've built on interfaces throughout the year with me, and we kind of know each other. I know your projects, I know the insights. So if you just hold on, I would like to kind of address that in a little bit more detail, and with you guys that just joined us.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You bet. That was Felicia, right?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Okay. Any questions, and particularly from folks in 317?
Are you saying next Wednesday? Don't we have another class with the professor for the supply chain management?
Oh, you have it on the 7th?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. All right. So let me, do you see the schedule? It's, there must be a change in the schedule here. Do you see it on the screen there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have your class through the 7th as well, huh?
Yes, it says.
Okay. Okay, let me see if we can get that resolved, because today I thought there was a double issue, but I thought the 7th would be complete. Let me address that with Professor Miller. And if we were to have it on next Thursday, a short session instead of Wednesday, will that impact would anybody not be able to attend? It will probably be about a half hour, 45 minutes.
No problem for me, sir.
If you would send me an email so we can work this through, because what I might be able to do, I might go back to NECB and talk with them about if we slide a little bit, give you more time to finish up that course, whether the 21st, if you do your briefings after that, there'll be any impact. Because I want to be sure you have enough time in this month for 2 briefing sessions with me in a separate in 1 hour segments. And so if you would, anybody that would have a conflict, I'm not saying we'll do it on Thursday at this point, but let me just find out if any of you will not be able to make it, if you have a conflict with the 7th with another course, or if you're not able to attend, and then we can all see if we can provide an alternate for that. But I need to work that out with Professor Miller and also with our new school, NECB, and ensure there's no issues around getting grades in time for the, if the NGS kind of had some ability to put the grades in within 5 business days after the end of the course. I'm not sure if NECB has that same leeway. So if we have to go to a short session on Thursday and you've got other commitments, work or kids or something like that, let me know, and we'll work it from there. But Professor Miller told you that what's the final deliverable next week? What is it that you guys have to do?
We're presenting our presentation. It's a map that we had done.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I will get you some further information out, and then let me talk with this and see if there's anything with that. And actually, there isn't a lot of the material that, if you go through it and read it, it may be self-evident. If you have questions on the slide, then we can spend a little bit more time. But I really want you to spend, as the cohort, particularly 317, because you're still in progress, you're still going through this. I want you to formulate the recommendations and kind of look at that chart, see where you are. And if you have any struggles, in other words, you think that this is, you got significant gaps in that, send me an email. If the team lead, if you would, send me an email that said, hey, we've got some issues here. Maybe the champion wants to delay this, wanted us to go in something further, or we really haven't collected information yet around, XYZ, cost analysis. We're still doing some of that. Let me know, because then I can work with you with a schedule that'll be tailored to each one of the team's dynamics. And for those teams that are good to go, you got your stuff pretty well nailed down. If we can get the things accomplished before the 21st, that's great. But I want to be sure that you have a good, tight project before we do that. So, okay. Let me just kind of go around, particularly 317, and just get a quick feel for the guys on. Let's see, Edgar or Cameron, are you on? you have any major issues with the project at this point?
We just got to try to meet with our champion. I'm out of town on business, but I do return to Phoenix tomorrow, and I'm just not sure of the schedule of our champion at this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
much like Edgar said, it's just trying to nail down the champion since he travels a lot.
Okay. Yeah, because getting the feedback from the champion is one of those go, no-go things. And if for some reason they're not available, in other words, you can't get a date between now and the 21st, give me a heads up on that. But try to do that, even if it's maybe a video or a conference call or something like that. But these are the type of issues I need to know right away if you're going to have a challenge meeting any of the requirements. Okay. All right. How about anything else on the project, guys?
No, I'm good.
No, just got to put things together and just got to practice on the timing for delivering it.
Okay. All right. Okay. How about see, Dave's not on. Ron or Sam?
Yes, Professor, we're here.
Team?
Dave is on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Dave?
on here. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Yep. So we're good. No problem with the champion. We're just wrapping a few things up with the slides, and we shouldn't have any issues.
Okay. Anything else from the team? Any other comments on? Okay. Good. And Jahi or
I think we have the same thing too, sir, for Team Aircraft. We need to nail down a timeline to meet with the champion, make sure everybody is present, and go from there. Project-wise, I think the laydown that you have, we will be able to follow through and put it together. So I know Megan is our appointment on that, getting in touch with the champion. So she will contact him tomorrow and go from there. We'll try to nail down a specific date for all of us.
okay, great.
Yeah, we met with him a couple of weeks ago, and we gave him some of the recommendations. And I was just talking to Matt about it, so I'm going to reach out to him again tomorrow and see if we can meet with him maybe hopefully next week or the following week.
Okay.
And go ahead and start trying to get that approval.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, good. And all right. Any other issues or questions we have from the teams? Okay. If you do, just go ahead and contact me. I'm going to let you guys 317 go. Again, take a look at the slides, presentation. If you will, send the PowerPoint to me, along with any issues that you may have with that. I'll send you out a GoToMeeting for the next session, pending working here with the NECB and Professor Miller to schedule. But really work on your projects. This is going to be your final hurrah. Make it look professional. Take a lot of pride into it. And with your own team, you need to be sure you spend some time practicing this in ensuring that when you do the final presentation, that it's a seamless story, relationships that we look for and we've talked about before. All right. So unless any members of 317 would like to continue with questions, I'm going to let you guys drop off, get back to finishing up the other project work, and thank you very much. And for the folks that just joined us in this cohort, if you could hold on for a moment, I'd like to discuss a few things with you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, good night.
Professor.
Hey,
Good night.
good night.
Night.